Okay, so can you all see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. So I'm the founder of Elegnovo Private Limited. So the name Elegnovo actually is derived from two words. So elect is electric and novo is something new, more energy. So we combine these two words to create Elegnovo. Our prime focus of Elegnovo is to drive the green mobility. And so far, we have been very focused on motor and controller. So what we do in Elegnovo is we design, develop, and manufacture intelligent, efficient, and reliable electric motors, electric motors and electronic controllers for electric vehicles. And the problem that we are solving in the industry is there is a non-existence of custom engineered motor and controller solutions for electric vehicles, and they are not locally available. And the imported motors and controllers costs are very high. So what is available here, they are not compatible in performance, reliability, and efficiency. So to solve this problem, we came out with very advanced motor and intelligent controller technologies, and they can be customized. They can be custom engineered for application specific requirement, and we can locally supply in India. Also, we can supply to outside companies as well. And total cost of these motors and controllers, when you purchase in India, they are much lower than when you import. And our main differentiation we create in our products are they are very efficient, and they are compact in size, they are lightweight, and they are very easy to control, and we add intelligence into the system. And of course, they are cost effective. So we have few very unique technologies that we have developed, and there this technology is one of them is a learning based motor control system, and that is artificial intelligence based motor control system. We also have a patent granted on sensorless motor control system for BLDC, and we are also have an intelligent motor control system for electric vehicle. So what is there in the learning based motor control system? We have a performance parameter optimization, that is where the artificial intelligence is programmed, and we have a static controller. Then we have motor control subsystem, we have motor, then lot of sensors. So we collect the data, then we optimize it with machine learning algorithm, and then we use it for tuning the motor vehicle parameters. And another patent that has been granted, that patent is we eliminate the need of physical hall sensors in brushless DC motor. So we create artificial signals, and we filter them. Then we compensate the phases, and we create artificial hall signals, and that improves the reliability because physical sensors have problem in assembly, then in temperature and reliability, and also in the cost. So if we use the
Sorry, sir.
yes,
Sir, actually, slides are not moving. Yeah, right
say it
now,
again,
so you can make it full screen.
a large scale.
Yeah,
No, I
by
did it. No, I did it in the PowerPoint.
no,
Uh, it's not coming.
not coming, sir. Actually,
No, I put in the presentation mode already.
sir, you click on slideshow,
Huh?
slideshow. Click on slideshow, sir.
Okay, say it again.
Not coming, sir.
The
Okay, sir.
slides are not coming.
Okay,
Huh?
sir.
Can you see the slides or you cannot see the slides?
It's okay, sir. It's okay, sir.
I can make the slide.
Ratul, the slides were not moving earlier, but now it's moving, so it's okay.
So is it moving now?
Yes, yes, it's moving.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay.
Thank
So
you.
did you miss the previous slides?
Oh, yeah. Before we spoke to you, we are on the first slide only.
Oh, I'm sorry about it. So so this was the now can you see the second slide?
Yes.
Okay. The third one?
No. Yes.
No?
Now we
Okay.
can.
Now you can see, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is number 5, Ilegnovo differentiations.
It's
Okay.
okay.
Okay now?
It's moving. Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So uh, I was in number 8 slide. So you can see that unique Ilegnovo's unique technologies. You can see it. Yeah. Hello.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, Ratul.
okay. It's all so all set. All okay.
Yes. Yes. It's moving
Okay.
now. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay, so this is the patent that we have it for sensorless control system for brushless DC motor. Then we have another patent. So this patent is for real-time optimization of performance in electric vehicle. So we have uh, pre-programmed algorithm put into the electric control system, electronic control system. Then we have sensors and motors. So they improve performance, reliability, safety, and gives the better user experience. Mhm. And the segments that we focus, uh, they are in electric bicycle, electric motorcycle, electric scooters, and light duty goods and passenger vehicles. And Ilegnovo, in the introduction, you had mentioned we had been recognized by various organizations. So Silicon India has recognized us in 2019 as best startup, one of the 10 best startups in electric vehicles. Then Business Side magazine, they have given us most admirable business in 2021 and 22. We have recognition from CIO Insider as one of the best electric vehicle solution providers in India. And we are also a government of India startup recognized uh, company. And so there was a topic that what are the opportunities in electric vehicle. Yeah. So there is like 30 EV 30 at 30. So it is estimated that globally that there will be about 30% of the new vehicles sold in 2030 will be about 30%. And globally at that time there will be about 200 million electric vehicle. And as I said, 30% of the new vehicles will be electric. And in India, you will have about at least about approximately about 11 million new vehicle sales in 2030. So this opens up lots of opportunities in this segment. So we can go one by one briefly. One of the segment is a power segment. So India produces huge amount of electricity, and some of these electricity are not actually used. So we have some surplus production of electricity. So so charging pattern of electric vehicle will match the demand of the electricity. So we can very well utilize the power generated from our electricity to electric vehicles. So this is one, and that will create opportunities for infrastructure and this whole segment job and also technologies. And then another one is the manufacturing sector. So as I said, that 11 million new vehicles will create opportunities for materials, components, assemblies, and motors, controllers, batteries, charging stations, and plastic, electronics, all everything. 11 million will 11 million in 2030 will create lots of opportunities in the manufacturing segment. And we are in the business of motor and controllers already. Yeah. And then transportation sector, why it is going to be more interesting and it will create a good opportunity is because the overall cost of yeah, go ahead. Yes. Hello. Hello.
Go on, sir.
Huh?
You can go ahead, sir.
Okay, so no problem, right?
Yes, no problem, sir.
Okay, great. So so overall cost of running electric vehicle uh, is much lower. For example, if you are paying 10 rupees per kilometer for conventional IC vehicles, you'll be probably paying less than 1 rupee for running an electric vehicle. So it makes economically very viable. And then those who are business of this transportation segment, uh, it will uh, it will bring lots of money to their pocket. And then it is going to be definitely environmentally friendly, so government and all will uh, demand the operators to use more and more electric vehicles. And another opportunity is last mile connectivity. So you can see that in the cities for metro or buses or railways, you have these auto rickshaws and rickshaws to do the last mile connectivity. So that segment is going to be very, very economical if you use electric vehicles. The operators will also get more money by saving fuels, and these vehicles can be easily replaced by electric vehicle. And even in the rural segment, this can be very well implemented. And then EV can be made available by aggregators on request by their application based uh, facilities. And then delivery segment also, you can see that last mile delivery, even in cities in all places nowadays, electric vehicles are coming in. And even for food deliveries also, it will be very economical. So the delivery person can save lots of money by using electric vehicles. So that is an interesting segment that electric vehicle will give. And charging stations. So we would probably need about 5 million charging stations by 2030. And the idea is to have at least one charging station in every 3 kilometers. And then there will be different types of chargers for residential purpose, commercial purpose, and even in the roadsides. So it will create opportunities for equipments, assemblies, infrastructure, civil works, and installations and connectivity. Yeah. Then also the technology for battery swapping is already coming up. So you can use the fully charged battery to replace the used battery. So it will eliminate the wait time. And then it will also create opportunities for taxis, share mobility, and goods vehicles. Um, and it will definitely create the opportunities for infrastructure, then charging, storing, and swapping automation, battery maintenance services, connectivity development, and also you can use the solar for recharging. Yeah. Then another area which will be interesting is that battery may run out in places, so there can be mobile charging stations and there can be repair service stations. So you can also have very innovative application-based repair services, and so this will also create opportunities. Yeah. So so this is my contact number, and also my email address is there. So anybody who wants to know more about opportunities in electric vehicle, so please do feel free to connect with me. Yeah, you can contact me via email or mobile phone or WhatsApp. Yeah. So I have another presentation for entrepreneurship. So I will quickly take you there, and uh, so you can also see some of the. Okay, so can you see this slide called Spark On? Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me?
Hello? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Ratul, we can see the slide where your contact information is there.
Okay, I have. Okay, let me share another one. Okay, so can you see a slide called Spark On Inner Transformation to Entrepreneurship?
Yes, yes, we can see that.
Okay, okay, very good. So I had been going to colleges, universities, and I have been mentoring to many startups on entrepreneurship. So I want to take this opportunity to quickly take you through a few of these, processes that will probably help you to think that how to do an entrepreneurship. So I have put together from my experience few steps. Uh, can you see the slide called Step One? Identify your dream with a purpose.
No, we are still on the Spark On slide. The
Okay.
previous-
So I have shared this page number 2, not seen yet.
No, no,
Okay. Is the slide moving? Not moving.
no, it's not moving.
Okay, just a minute. What about now?
Yes, yes, it is moving now.
Okay. So I'm going to put in the bigger screen so you can see the bigger screen now.
No, no,
No. Is it moving now?
no.
Oh, okay. In that mode. So in the last slides, all moved okay, no? In the last presentation.
Yes,
Did you see all those manufacturing, charging, repair, and all?
yes, yes, we saw
Okay.
that.
Okay. Maybe it takes a little time. So now you can see step one, right?
Yes, we can see that.
Okay. Very good. Okay. So from my experience, the first step to entrepreneurship is to start a dream with a purpose. So everything we want to do in the entrepreneurship, we must be very, very clear that we have a purpose, why we are doing it. So creating a dream is all good, but we have to identify the dream with a purpose. So how to actually develop that purpose and with the dream. So something we have to see that am I going to solve a problem in this world, and do I really love to do this? What is my real intention? Why do I live in this world? What you really want to do, and something you are very positive about it, something which will make you very happy or fulfilled. So if you have these answers, then you will be finding your dream with a purpose. Because without the purpose, it will be very difficult to take this journey forward. Then that purpose needed to be engaged with a passion. So I have three things here. So when you identify purpose and you engage with a passion, then you need to also realize that you have potential to do it. Because if you have only the purpose, you have passion, but you have no potential to do it, then it will not move forward. Yeah. Then how to achieve this objective is that you have identified your dream, then you have to continuously drive it, and you need to give full dedication. So that I have put as step number 2. Then here a few other things that you can check it, that is it something you really love to do, is it something you are very positive, you are very driven, you enjoy while you are doing it, and you do feel very good about it, you are very fearless to take it forward, and something that you can do it every day, and you are very self-driven, and you see more opportunities than problems. So another thing is that a lot of people have a lot of ideas, but it is very important that you bring the ideas and you bring to like a cube. So staying in the cloud, initially it is okay, you have a lot of things going on your head, you have imagination, but finally you have to put it into a cube which can be realized, like a product or business or services that you can realize. That I call it cloud to cube. Yeah. So how to solidify it? So you have to really break it down to that what problem you are solving, what area you want to work on, what is going to be your solution, and is it a service, is it a product, what technology, what system, what organization. So you have to bring down to something very very solid. Yeah. Then you have to find soil to create the soil seed. For example, like you can learn it from the nature, that the seed will not leave, will not give the root and leaves until it finds the right soil. Same thing like our entrepreneurship. We have to do the entrepreneurship in the right place. You have to identify your market, right? Who will be using it, and what is the differentiation in your solution, and what is the DNA that you are going to create for your own company in your entrepreneurship. So finding the seed and finding the soil, and these are very 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 critical. Then another most important thing is entrepreneurship is all about also building own self. So a lot of entrepreneurship fail because the builder itself is not capable, not healthy, cannot take it forward. You cannot rely on others to take your journey forward. So you have to build yourself, right? I call it build the builder. So how you build yourself? So you are very well prepared to take this journey forward. You're very positive, you are very purposeful, you have patience, you have clarity, and your focus is there. Your health is good, you are having very strong imagination, you have degrees of freedom to work, and you also need to define what is success to you. Yeah. Then you establish the root. While you build a house, you go to the foundation, like you build the foundation first. So a lot of works under the ground will happen, then only the root will go, then after that only the leaves will come out. So it is very similar like entrepreneurship. You have to build a lot of things under the ground first before anybody can see it, right? So you have to be very patient to do that foundation work. Yeah. Then you have to transform it like a mother. The success rate of mother is very very high, but failure rate of entrepreneurship is very very high. So you have to transform yourself to become like a mother. So you have to take it with a full priority, and you have to give your full time, you have to be fully engaged, then only this entrepreneurship will grow, right? Then another most important thing is like how you define your success. So if you let your entrepreneurship, your dream to be defined, success to be defined by others, then you may also lead to failures. So what I put it here is that being successful is building a path linked to your meaningful dream, and while you are walking it, if you can continuously walk and you can continuing the journey, so you should feel yourself that I'm successful, right? And you have to believe that everything will grow step by step. You have to stay really focused, you have to be very very positive, right? So these are the 9 steps for your own transformation. Then the next part which will come, it's like how you start it. This is like you are agreeing, you have well prepared on yourself, but you need to have a process, starting process. How you do it? So you make your vision very clear, that what exactly your vision is. You want to do a green mobility, you want to bring a solution in food or vegetables or in operation transportation. So you have to make your vision very very clear. Then when you have that vision, you should write it down at the highest level. What is my purpose? Why you are doing it? What is your own aspiration, your dream, your statement for motivation, and what is the future you are looking at, right? Then you need to have some mission. So vision, to achieve the vision, you need to have continuously dynamic vision. So you need to know that next 1 year, what are my milestones? Next 2 years, what are my milestone? What I'm going to is what is the market, customer? What is the geographical region you are going to? What kind of products, services? What kind of operation? So you need to make your missions very very clear as well. Then you need to define your what is the product, you need to define it. What is the service, you need to define it. You need to also have a very clear market study, where what, I mean, who are the customers, why they are going to buy it, what differentiation you are going to create in this market segment. All this you need to do it in the market study. Then you have to define what product, service, quality, functions you are going to achieve, like what kind of differentiation you are going to create. If you don't have differentiation, people will not buy your product, you will not be successful. Then you go to create your product and service flowchart. Like you have an idea, then you go to design, then you go to development, then you create a prototype, then you do a proof of concept, then you have to do the financial, that it is viable, you have the money, you have the revenue coming up, you have the profit, then you can continuously reinvest it. Then you have to do a pilot run, then testing, then launch, right? Then you need to also be very clear about your functional model, how you create it, what you create, where you create it, how you transport it, who does it, where is the market, who are the buyer, who are paying it, right? And is the revenue, you have to be very clear that what are the sources of your revenue, how is the money coming, what you are selling. So you have to be very very clear about this revenue model as well. Then it is very important for entrepreneur, I mean, because any fixed product, anything you create may be obsolete in the next year. So you need to have a continuous roadmap. You for this year, next year. So you have to continuously develop a roadmap. Okay. So for this again, so if you have any questions regarding entrepreneurship, you want to start something, you are not sure, you are not clear, you need some guidelines, you need some guidance, mentorship, anything. So you can reach me in my email as well as in my contact number. Yeah. So that is my presentation. I try to make it brief, so I will be open to questions, then we can discuss more.
Students, if you have any questions on how to start a startup, how to generate funds, you can ask. Start.
So I stop sharing the presentation, okay?
Sir?
So I stop sharing the presentation, then we can have now question and answer session. Yeah.
Sure, sure. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So please go ahead with questions. You can ask me in Assamese, English. Feel free to ask me in any language you are comfortable with. And but I would encourage you that you ask questions.
Yes, we have one question from Nishant Kashyap.
Okay.
Good morning, sir. Sir, actually, my question is, sir, what are the basic challenges faced by a beginner in this field? Like, if I want to start a startup, so what challenges would I be facing with?
So your first challenge will be your clarity. Like you need to be absolutely clear that what you are going to do, what problem you are solving, right? Then what is the differentiation you are creating? So this is the first set of problems that you have to solve. That you have to be very clear about your uh, product, business, services, why you are doing it, what are the differentiations, and who are going to buy it, and what price you are going to sell. This kind of first level of screening you have to do. Then the next screening is you need to build a team that who are going to do all this work. Yeah. And then immediately it will come that you will need to also have some kind of funding to do that, because people will work with you only when there is funding. And making a prototype, making a uh, commercially marketable or manufacturable product, so you will need some kind of funding as well. So these are the initial level of difficulties. Also another, to get the right people, you may have to get a few people, train them up, then you have to look for few more competitive people as well, and you need to have a little bit of infrastructure to do the work as well. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Sir, I wanted to ask you, right? What
Mm.
happens is I've seen a lot of people start up their companies, but uh, even after taking it to some height, no, are failed to have failed to sustain the company over a long period of time.
Yeah.
So to sustain a company, what would be your advice to like keep it going?
So I have said, the first to make this company, I said build a builder, right? So build a builder needs to have the qualities, capabilities, skills. So building the builder is the most important thing. So what are the qualities of the builder? You need to have your vision very clear. It is not the mission, like okay, I wanted to go to this market, I wanted to make this product, but this product failed, and then the founder stop it immediately. So don't stay with the mission, you have to stay with the vision, and vision is forever. It is not for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. For example, I very simple example I give you. You want to cross a river, so you said that is the my job to do. Then you fail to cross the river because you tried swimming and you could not do it. And then maybe you tried one more time, okay, I will make a bridge, and I also failed there. But are these two methods only to cross the river? No, there could be several other ways. You can fly, you can jump, you have to look for other alternatives. And the biggest thing in entrepreneurship founder is the founder has to be very, very dynamically adjusted. The things you think today may not be working tomorrow. So it's a full time and it's a very long time commitment to yourself. So people leave it because they fix a timeline that if 2 years this is not successful, I'm going to leave it. But as I said, inner transformation, inner preparation is the first thing that you have to do. You are not going to give up, you are going to continuously look for alternatives, right? So that is why your health, your mental capability, your physical capability, you need to be very, very well prepared. You need to be much, much wiser, sharper, smarter than others. You have to be, your imagination must be very strong. You need to find out alternative solutions very quickly. You must be a good creator, you must be a good presenter, you must be a good salesperson. So a lot of qualities that entrepreneurs need to develop. So that is why building the builder is the most important thing. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, you mentioned that you had an establishment called Electro Novo. What are the driving forces that keeps you inspired, or like what are the challenges that you face during the startup of this, or like what are your plans for the future of this company, sir?
So I was in Hong Kong prior to this entrepreneurship. So I was working. I had worked there about 15 years, and most of my works were related to electric motors. But I always wanted to do something. So my basic purpose is to, do bring a solution uh, to community. So green mobility is one of the things that I always loved, because I love green things. I love the planet. So I wanted to contribute something to the planet. So that is where I started my venture in electric vehicle, because it's green, it saves money, it saves fuel. So that is the first starting point. And the second motivation to do is that I wanted to create my job for myself. Like, mean, I want to create the work for myself. Yeah. So that is my second. And third is also I can create work for others as well, good works for others, and continuously help the community. So these are my own inspiration. And the challenges, I faced a lot of challenges. I moved from Hong Kong to India at the middle of my age, and then I have to start everything from the beginning. So you have to have your idea very, very clear, setting up the company, then gathering people to work together, and the business and the product and technology I mean. So these are very, very new things. People don't have experience. So I have to bring people, then we get trained. Even myself get trained in this kind of technology and product, because many things that we did in the company, I even did not know how to do it. So we learned together, we did it, we failed there many, many times. So, but I remained very patient. And 2018, we were still working, struggling. 2019, we came out with our prototype, and we also got the funding, first funding. Then Corona and all this pandemic came, it also created troubles, but we continued to launch product. We have gathered in 2021 about 25 customers. Then in this year, last year, we also got funding from US. So a US company also invested in us. So it is a process. So it's a not giving up process. So I know, if we are very focused, if we are very patient, we are very clear, so results are always better than you can expect. But there will be a lot of difficult times. You have to be ready with multiple number of failures. And at times you might be only one person who will be believing it, who will be leading it. But you must be a person who is unbreakable. Yeah. You need to be fixed. You are not going to leave this because you got a better opportunity. So many startup fail because the founders get a better opportunity, like, okay, somebody has offered them a job or some other things came up, so they give up and they take up. So you have to remain focused, not to take up other opportunities, no matter, it doesn't matter how difficult to do that. Correct. So that is how we have sold, and we are progressing very well. Now we are continuously building up new technology, and we are making one of the best motors in India right now. So they are also valued very nicely in the market. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Hello.
Yes.
So, sir, my question is in the initial stages of starting us, like starting up something, you need to do some managing for, like, you need to work as a team lead.
Yes.
So, how does that come into play? Like, how did you manage that?
Yeah, you have, it's a completely learning system. So you must be able to learn new things every day, every moment. Like as a founder of the company, you have to learn how to set up a company. There are rules, regulations, compliances. These are the things that you have to learn first. Then you have to also know how to hire people. That is another skill you need to. You have to know that who will be working with you, who will be contributing to your journey. So you have to identify people to bring in and train them and keep them. And that is also a skill that is the skill you need to develop. And then you have to work with suppliers, because you cannot make everything, so you have to find out right partners to continue the journey with you. And then you have to also talk to investors, because that is another set of skill that you have to bring in. You have to have that, because investor will see your clarity, your confidence, your vision, everything they will see. So you must be able to prove it that you have all these qualities. And then you need to also be, like, if it's a technology company, you must be very very clear. You must know what technology that you are working on, and you know this technology. And because if you don't know it, people may guide you to the wrong direction. Then you have to also be a good salesperson, because in the market you must be able to sell the product. You might be making a very good product, but you don't know how to sell it, then it will not work, right? Then you have to be a person with like a very very clear that your products are going to work reliably with good quality. So you have to bring the culture in the organization that everybody knows it, everybody follows it. So you have to be a wearing, making multiple hats and wearing it and maintaining it. So these are the challenges for a founder, or for an entrepreneur. Yeah. And but if you are focused, you are ready to do it, and you maintain good fitness, so you will be able to do that.
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Students, any of you have any questions? Yes, Umay.
Sir, from the career point of view,
Mhm.
so starting up a career in a startup or working in a startup and starting up a career in some big MNC. So what is the main difference and what will be better according to you uh, for starting our career in that?
So if you work in a big company, you would not be realizing the passion of the company. Okay. So company has already in the business of achieving targets, sales, and they will break down their everything to small things, and you will be part of very very small objective, or small work. Yeah. Or a very small job you will be doing in a big company. But if you work in a startup company, you will be most likely you'll be engaged with the passion of the company. And the speed of the startup companies, the way they work, they deliver thing, is much higher. So your learning path, learning graph will be much faster. And if you can cope up with that, so working in a startup is actually very good, because you will be building yourself, as well as you will be learning a lot of capabilities. In a big company, they will put you a small corner, small thing, and be learning only a small area. Yeah. And startup company, you'll be learning the whole thing. So what you want to develop personally, professionally, so a good startup is actually a good thing to happen. Yeah. And money will come actually. So and you'll be also be able to develop your entrepreneuring spirit if you are involved or engaged in a startup. And those will be things probably you may not be getting in bigger companies.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Any of you have questions? Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So my question is, you shared an idea of acting like a mother in your slide. So how one can act like mother? So in business there is many ups and downs. How one can act like mother to deal with those? And please share your ideas. Please share your experience on day-to-day work-life balance of your with this relating to this idea of acting like a mother.
Okay, so just you don't leave the microphone. I want to ask you. So you said mother has a lot of ups and downs, right?
No, sir, business.
Or you said business.
Yeah.
So you think about your role as a son and your mother role. So what you see, your mother, you are a priority of your mother. Am I right?
Yes.
Right? So you can see some of the things that mother did to you did not even know it, right? So mother raised you with the highest priority, and if there is a food that mother will give to you first before she eats, correct? And
Yes.
mother will always try to find everything to raise you, to grow you. That is the highest priority. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Right. So if you do entrepreneurship, so you have to act like exactly like that, even more than that, because when you as a human being you come to this world, your DNA is already there. You don't need to make the DNA, you just provide the food and care, and baby will grow. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
In entrepreneurship, it is more than a mother role, because you have to also build the DNA continuously, right? You have to build the DNA, you have to nurture it, you have to raise it, grow it, then it can break also what you are doing it, right? But it is more than a mother job, because that has to be given the first priority. If your entrepreneurship is the second priority, you are not going to be successful, because you will be always going with the first priority. So I tell you one example. Some people are working, and some people have started doing business as an entrepreneur, right? So when they find difficult, when they go a little bit down, they just leave that entrepreneurship, and they go with the plan A, right? So
Yes, sir.
if you have a plan A, and your plan B is your entrepreneurship, you will always go with the plan A, because plan B will have difficulty, then you will go area again. Keeping A, B, C, D different options, and in your entrepreneurship, like if I fail, I will do that. If I fail, I'll do. So that is where most of the people give up, right? So ups and downs, it is part of the life and part of entrepreneurship, and maybe more downs in entrepreneurship than less ups, correct? So that is why you have to bring everything, your A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever plan you have, to support your A, if your A is your entrepreneurship, correct? And that is what the mother does. So that is why more than 90% or 90% babies are successful. I mean, they grow, they come up, and that is why we are standing here as a human being, right?
Yes, sir.
And then say the reverse in entrepreneurship, they find it difficult, and 90% of the entrepreneurship, 90% of the entrepreneurship fail, right? I'm just giving you an example. That is how you have to take it forward. And you had questions like why it fails, right? Because some people take it part time, some people take it second priority, lower priority. It will not work like that way.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Ratul, it looks like nobody have question, but I'll ask you one question.
Sure.
Let's say some of our students, let's say, have some proof of concept.
Mhm.
And they may want to make a startup out of it.
Okay.
So, what what would be the steps that they might take? That's one thing. And if they need funds, what are the different ways to raise the funds? And if they pitch their idea before investors,
Mhm.
what the investors would be interested
Okay.
before giving the grant?
Okay. So, as you mentioned, Arup, so you said that already a product which has completed the proof of concept or going to do the proof of concept.
let's say they already have a product proof of concept ready.
Okay. So if they have a proof of concept ready, the first question to double verify, I guess it was verified. So the first question to be verified is it a marketable product? Okay.
Yes.
So there is no point to do a proof of concept or even moving forward. No investor will come to fund it if it is not a marketable product. So the first question they have to double verify, check. Is it a marketable product? Marketable product means that people will buy it. And it also means why people will buy it. So that means the product must have differentiation. So how we look at the differentiation is like, what is the problem you are solving? Okay, you are very clear about it. Is it a better solution than the currently available solutions? Okay, if it is not a better solution in terms of price, in terms of performance, in terms of reliability, in terms of life, so people are not going to buy it, right? So if people don't buy it, it is not a marketable product. So you don't move forward, don't invest time, energy, technology or anything. It might be having a very good technology, but it is not a marketable product. Okay, that is number one. It may be a marketable product, but you have to check it whether it is manufacturable or not, right? So if it is a manufacturable product, then you have to know how you are going to manufacture, and your financial must be right, right? So you have to say that this product will cost this much, and this price I will sell it, and this much of investment I will need it. Mhm. Then this will give you this will give this much of profit. So you do the homework in marketable and manufacturable side and profitability side. Then you make a prototype, right? Then you make the prototype in a way that this is a saleable product. It is not like a, in the lab only, and it is not going to come out from the lab. It might be very, very big. You make the prototype in a way that it is very close to the saleable product that you are going to show to the investor, right? So make the prototype, make it like a saleable product. Then you do the finance. Then you approach investor, right? And you show them, you tell them how you are going to make it, how much money it will need, how much money it will bring, and you show the roadmap for 2 years, 3 years, or next 4 5 years financials. And if we are very clear about it, then if makes sense, you can double check it, you can supervise your own work. If you are the investor, are you going to invest here, right? So do the homework at your own side, like be like an investor. Okay, if I'm the investor, am I going to put money here, right? So do that study, that what are the things that investor would generally look at. Is product marketable, manufacturable, profitable? How much money it will need, how much money it will bring? Then what is your next vision, what is your own vision, what are your roadmaps? So prepare everything and present to investor. I'm pretty sure they will be investing in, and go step by step. Don't ask all the money at the same time, and very, very clear about your plan, that next 6 months I'm going to make this, I'm going to launch in Guwahati, then Kolkata or whatever, and this quantity I will produce, and with this quantity this much of profit you will bring. So the homework must be done. Yeah, then investor will definitely see it and they would definitely invest. To create the differentiation, prove it, show it, and get the money, get the funding.
Thank you, Ratul.
You're welcome.
Any of the students have any more questions? Akash? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
I have one last question. No,
Sure, you
how
ask more.
do you know,
Sure.
like, how technically competent do you have to be to start up in a field like yours? Like, in your terms, you started Elect Novo, right?
Right.
So to make motors or uh, different controllers, you will need to be a very technically competent. Do you do all that, or do you have someone else who does that for you?
Frankly speaking, I had worked in motor and I have passion to work for it. So technically, I'm good. I mean, I don't know everything, but I know what a motor needs to achieve. Okay. So for a founder or for an entrepreneur, first thing is it is not necessary that you have to be doing everything by yourself, but it is very much required or needed that you know what you are going to get out of it. Understand? So output of the work, you must know it very, very clearly. And some of the things you know it, that how you can do it. Some of the things you don't know, you have to find out the people to do it. Yeah. But you have to know that what you are going to achieve and some ideas that how it can give it, right? So it is not possible for an entrepreneur or founder to do all the technology as he or she moves forward, right? But he must be very, very clear that what I want to achieve. Okay. So on the way in your journey, you have to find out people. You have to bring people who are technically more competent. You'll find it. There are people in this one, 7 billion world. You will find somebody who can do the job. Right? You have to believe like that way. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Then it's finally over. I extend my heartily thanks to Ratul sir for sparing time for us in his busy schedule. And on behalf of all the participants, Assam Don Bosco Universities, online, offline, I extend my heartily thanks. And we do see to join you in your near future and attend such sessions. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks once again. We'd like to give a round of applause.
So
This
thank you so much.
is the end of our second sessions. The third session is going to get started by 2:30. Thank you all. Thank you, sir, once again.
Thank you so much.